Hello, I would like to pose a question to you. Is there any difference between these two programs? I've got a Hello World A and a Hello World B. Other than the title bar difference, would you agree that they look relatively similar? Well, one of these programs fulfills the letter of the law, the letter of the requirements for the Hello World demonstration program. It includes, I will tell you, it includes a picture and a label, though somewhat subversively, they have been colored to match the window background. Here's the next question. How would you tell the difference between these programs? And let me show you a way that that's possible. Microsoft Visual Studio has all sorts of very complicated and amazing tools, and this is what I did. I went to the Visual Studio installer and browsed through some of the individual components and all of the complicated stuff in here, and I made sure that I had installed the Windows 10 SDK, and I don't think it matters which version you have as long as you get the one that includes VB and C# and JS. So I checked this box to make sure that that SDK was being installed, and then I went back and adjusted the installation, modified it, and now I have access to a new program, and I'll show you where you have to go to find it. I have to go here and it's kind of deep in the directories here. Under C, Program Files, x86, Windows Kits 10, because I'm running on Windows 10, bin, and then this number is the version of the Windows Development Kit that I installed. x64 is my platform architecture, and the name of the program is called Inspect. Let's look at what it does. Inspect has the ability to look at these windows and determine what is inside of them, what's actually there, what's actually going on. So here's Hello World A, and you can see that inside of Hello World A there's only an exit button and a title bar. But in Hello World B there is some text in a text control, a label, and then there's also a pane with a picture box. It's got a picture on it. So in these windows, they're not just a picture, not just what you see, but in the graphical user interface there's also information encoded. They have semantic value, and it's visible, it's readable by the computer using a special program like Inspect here. When would this be useful other than checking the computer programming assignments of the class Clown? Well, this is very useful, and I think you'll see stuff a little bit about this in the current lesson and in the upcoming lesson for accessibility purposes. If someone is differently abled, if someone loses their sight or has been born blind, how will they interact with your computer program? How will they see the picture that you've chosen on the internet? How will they read the text on your buttons? Well, people that have vision difficulties often use screen readers, and screen readers use this ability of the computer's graphical user interface to encode semantic information, to encode meaning, to encode what things are and what they do and what they say, to communicate the functionality of your program to people. So think about that. How does the program that you design work for someone with different abilities? A common thing is tremors. If someone has difficulty controlling their arms, is the way that you design your program going to cause them difficulty in using your program? Or I would guess that many of you have smartphones, and you speak to smartphones, or you interact with the visuals on the screen. How would that work for a person who is mute or is blind? Those are things that we don't often or always think about, but they're very important. And I don't know that we're going to get into this special realm of accessibility and accessible programs too much this semester in this class, but it's an interesting thing to think of, and I just wanted to show you this little tidbit about this Inspect program and some extra capabilities that come with Visual Studio that you might not see right away unless you dug deeper.